Good afternoon, Bhargav and Uday. Today is Tuesday, October 24th, and here's the heads up brief for today. Today's production to our clients consisted of a total of 75 issues. We covered 32 issues in East Asia Pacific, 24 issues in South Asia, and 19 issues in the EMEA region. I will be briefing you today on the major issues of the production.
All right. Hello, Bassel. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Starting off with East Asia Pacific, I'll be covering the top 2 of the 32 issues. In the Pacific Islands, tropical cyclone Lola has intensified into a Category 5 super cyclone. Multiple countries such as Vanuatu, American Samoa, Fiji, Solomon Islands, New Caledonia, and New Zealand will be affected by the cyclone. In Vanuatu, authorities have warned of a high possibility of flooding, mudslides, and landslides in the low-lying coastal areas. Flight, train, roadway, and ferry operations will remain shut in the country until the cyclone weakens. In New Caledonia and New Zealand, transportation disruptions are likely to take place in parts of the two countries. We released an APAC advisory on this today.
Thanks, Bassel.
Also, in Malaysia and Australia, pro-Palestinian rallies will be held in the upcoming days. So in Malaysia, a pro-Palestine rally will be held at the Axiata Arena Stadium in Bukit Jalil, Kuala Lumpur today from 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. local time. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim and Communications and Digital Minister Fahmi Fadzil have urged the public to participate in the rally. In Australia, a protest rally will take place at the Civic Park in King Street, Newcastle, New South Wales, tomorrow at 5 p.m. local time. Another protest rally will take place at the Parliament of Victoria in Melbourne, Victoria, tomorrow at 4 p.m. local time. So the scheduled demonstrations are likely to attract hundreds to thousands of participants. There will be localized traffic disruptions, especially in Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia today, and in New South Wales, Queensland, and Victoria in Australia tomorrow. We covered this as the major development in our Australasia and Southeast Asia roundups today.
Thanks, Bassel. Especially for Australia, keep an eye out for pro-Israel protests in case there is the possibility of clashes. That's not the case in Malaysia.
Sure, they will be monitoring this closely. In South Asia, I'll be covering the top 2 of the 24 issues. In Pakistan, the Balochistan National Party Mengal has planned to conduct a demonstration in Islamabad on October 30th over the deteriorating security environment in the Wadah area in Kuzdar, Balochistan. The demonstration will condemn the presence of alleged death squads in the area and the government backing they have. So security measures will be increased to prevent protesters from marching toward key government buildings in the national capital. Also, local law enforcement personnel could crack down on protesters if the demonstrations turn disruptive. We covered this as the major development in our South Asia roundup today.
All right. Please keep the clients with operations in the region updated on this. We should also note that security forces, however important and pivotal they are for the security environment, they're also known for a high-handed approach to tackling tribal as well as secessionist issues. So it's no wonder that some of these political parties are using that to gain traction ahead of the elections. Thank you.
Sure, Bhargav. In India and Bangladesh, Cyclone Hamoon has intensified into a severe cyclonic storm over the Bay of Bengal. It is expected to make landfall in Bangladesh tomorrow. The Indian Meteorological Department has forecast light to moderate rainfall with isolated heavy rains in the northeastern states of Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, southern Assam, and Meghalaya until October 26th. So the impact of the cyclone could lead to casualties, infrastructure damage, evacuations, and disruption to transport in both countries. We released an APAC advisory on this today.
All right. Thank you.
In EMEA, I'll be covering the top 2 of the 19 issues. In Turkey, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan yesterday submitted the ratification of Sweden's NATO membership to the parliament for approval. While Ankara's approval is a positive step for Sweden's membership of NATO, Stockholm will have to wait for Hungary's ratification. We conveyed this to our EMEA clients via an advisory message today.
All right, thank you.
Also, here's an update on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Around 5,087 Palestinians and 1,400 Israelis have died. Approximately 15,000 Palestinians and 3,500 Israelis have been injured. 35 workers of the UNRWA, which is the United Nations Relief and Work Agency, have died. Around 40 UNRWA facilities have been destroyed. Approximately 20,000 people have been internally displaced in Lebanon over fears of an escalation in attacks between Israel and Hezbollah. The US yesterday claimed that Iran is actively facilitating some drone and rocket attacks by Iranian-backed militant groups on US bases in Iraq and Syria. So the conflict is intensifying with sustained attacks against civilians and key infrastructure. The IDF is expected to carry out additional operations in Palestinian territories, including Gaza and the West Bank. Clashes between the IDF and Hezbollah are likely to persist, especially along the Israeli-Lebanese border. We also conveyed this to our clients in EMEA via an advisory message today. We will also release an alert.
All right, thank you. Let's keep our clients updated on some of these developments, especially the so-called raids being planned by IDF inside Gaza. And Biden has warned Israel on prolonged occupation of Gaza if at all it happens. But let's watch this closely, because such an instance may also open up multiple fronts in the north and the east.
Yes, that's true, Bhargav. We'll keep a very close eye on this. That's the heads up brief for today. Anything else from your end today?
No, that's fine. Thanks, Bassel.
Thank you.